far Robert Langdon has gotten.
It's a cipher. All who seek must also fall.
Yeah, I'm more of a Sudoku guy.
They can't stop. It's just begun.
Hey, Jeff, how are you?
Ashley, what's going on? Good morning. Jeff in Las Vegas. Thank you for joining me this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Dan Brown's the lost symbol. Boy, talk about a legacy coming into this series. But this serves as a prequel to the movies, doesn't it? So does that give you a little less pressure?
Well, yeah, I think that's exactly right. It actually, like, because we've transposed, even though it's the third book, we've transposed it to 20 years earlier. It actually gives us some distance, and hopefully, you know, people will see that the story we're telling is it's about a guy that will one day become the person that they know. So, like, in our minds, we like that they bring their connection to the character in the films and the books to our show.
Yeah, because filling Tom Hanks's shoes, I mean, you're carving your own identity and your own series with this, which I think is positive.
Thanks. Yeah, but and I think that's it's more that, like, the way we saw it from the beginning was more that this is just anything that makes people more passionate about what it is that we're making, like, that's only a good thing. So I think that there's a lot of just goodwill about that idea, and I think the fan base there. So, like, also it's really intelligent material. I think people love these books because they work on another level, and I think those ideas are really the main character of the show in a way.
Yeah, at times the show feels very Sherlock Holmes. You know, the symbols are afoot, I would say. You know, I love how you're solving riddles throughout every episode.
Yeah, I think that that's something that's interesting to the character as well. It's something that drives him. That there's something central to him that, like, he doesn't believe in the unknown. He doesn't believe in supernatural, and yet he continues to be challenged by it. That every new puzzle that he solves gets him closer to the idea that maybe everything he thought was wrong. And so it's very well done, I think, in the writing, that the solving of puzzles actually has a deeper meaning, which is it possible that he's wrong? Is it possible that there's knowledge outside of what Robert Langdon's aware of?
Was it difficult to perform some of the explanations? Because sometimes you have a mouthful, like long monologues, but they definitely have a rhythm to them.
Yeah, I think, well, one, it wasn't difficult. It was a joy. Like, it meant that, like, you know, I at the beginning of it, whenever I got an episode, I'd write out, like, the list of things that I didn't know about, which was myriad. And then I would go and read not just about those things, but around them, so that when I go to talk about them, I thought that it was important that, you know, a guy that knows a lot, it's not about simply knowing about it. It's also the confidence to know that you can talk around that idea. And so it just meant that I could fill myself up with knowledge, and then it became a joy. I think he's also a guy that loves talking. I think we also make fun of him sometimes for that. You know, I think in 2021, someone just talking at people for a while is something that people are going to call out, and I think rightly so. So I think we do put this character through the lens of 2021, which is helpful.
Well, you said it was a joy, but come on, in the first episode, you have vitriol, right? That was some Latin letters. You couldn't have got that on the first take, because I was even running that back, trying to memorize what you were saying so quickly, speaking Latin for that word.
Yeah, I think that that's also the fun of playing someone who just is so intelligent and works on another level, that he can kind of, like, pull. The way I saw it is that, like, you know, he could just pull knowledge from, like, this knowledge cloud that's around him, and so that, like, everything's always accessible to him, and he can just pull it out and say it like that. That's his strength. It doesn't necessarily help him in interpersonal relationships. Like, it actually, like, hinders him. Like, while that's a strength, he's much more comfortable in an argument or a you know, intellectual conversation than he is in a relationship.
But what makes him uncomfortable is Catherine Solomon, who plays his ex-girlfriend. So does the past romance kind of make things rocky for Robert Langdon?
Well, only in the sense that it challenges him. Like that's that I was so drawn to the character because he's a guy that knows a lot, but that doesn't free him. That hinders him. That he can only believe what he sees or what he knows to be true, And, you know, that's fine for myth, but what happens when it's love or trust or, you know, feelings closer to him? And I think there's, and something about, I mean, Catherine Solomon, who's far more intelligent than he is. He knows a lot, but she's actually, she has an openness and an awareness of what she's thinking that he doesn't have. And so she challenges him, not just because of his feelings, which he doesn't understand, but because she's more open to ideas than he is. And I think that is a relationship that is at the center of the show and defines him and the show.
Well, Ashley, great job. Intriguing series. I've only seen the first 3 episodes, so it's got me, you know, so I can't wait to see how it all ends up. I have to give a shout out to Rick Gonzalez. I love him as the Capitol policeman helping you out in the show. So unexpected character, but I think he really brings a dynamic to the trio.
Yeah, I think he really does. And I'll also say Somali Montano, Bo Knapp, Eddie Izzard, like it's an incredibly generous.
Great cast, yes.
Very special.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me today, and come visit us in Las Vegas soon. We'd love to have you.
I would love to. I would love that.
All right, good luck with the show. Thank you so much.